Hey, what is up guys? My name is Slikk, and I'm back again with another video. And in this one I want to talk about Easter eggs in Batman Return to Arkham. And not only Easter eggs that were actually in the original games themselves, Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, but also new Easter eggs that could be teasing the next Batman / Arkham game, whichever they wish to label it, that is in development now and has been for over a year, or any other DC Comics game that they're working on that they may want to tease down the turnpike. Now, of course, Batman Arkham Asylum teased Batman Arkham City in the form of an Easter egg that nobody actually ever found, by the way. Rocksteady had to leak it on a second account, if I remember correctly, and show how to do it, and then everybody found it, and that was after Arkham City had already come out. But anyway, Rocksteady teased Batman Arkham City through an Easter egg in Warden Quincy Sharp's office, and essentially you can put three explosive gel little tube placement things, whatever, in exactly the right spot on this random ass wall in his office that nobody would ever think to find, indeed why nobody ever found it. And you get revealed to the plans for Arkham City and Warden Quincy Sharp's office, and it's really cool. And if you haven't seen it yet, then I would recommend not actually looking it up on YouTube and experiencing it yourself for the first time. Well, actually, now that I think about it, you're not going to be able to find it if you don't look it up on YouTube, so that was a stupid comment. But look up, look up how to get into the wall, but not actually what's inside of it, and wait until Return to Arkham comes out, and then you can, go inside and explore it for yourself, because, you can go through yourself and explore it. It's pretty cool. But not of much use now because we already know that Arkham City is coming. And Arkham City, of course, teased Scarecrow as the main villain through this submarine type thing you could hack into, and there is definitely a very heavy-handed tease of Scarecrow being in the next Arkham game. So my point being is this is not something unprecedented in DC video games, particularly the Arkham series, and we know this Batman game's in development, so it would certainly make sense. And I do think that they're not going to incorporate, if they were to incorporate a new Easter egg into one that we already know. So for example, we break through the wall in Warden Quincy Sharp's office, and it's a tease for the Damien Wayne Batman game. I think that would be, pretty obvious, because we're all going to be checking that. We all already know that. And that's something that I have to concede, honestly, as a part of this speculation, is that even if they are to include an Easter egg for a future DC game, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to ever find it, right? Because we never found the Warden Quincy Sharp one, and that one, again, it's just a random-ass wall. You've got to put the explosive gel in exactly the right spot. So even if you were to think hey, I'm just going to put explosive gel randomly on this wall for no reason, you still may not, ever find it, right? And I don't concede that that's, that we're ever going to find it if there were to be one. I will say that I don't think it's implausible to think that they would include something like that. And really, because we know so little about this game, it's not even been officially announced, it would definitely be really cool if they were to announce it in that way, in the form of an Easter egg. And another thing to keep in mind about that Easter egg that they could include, that could be in Arkham City or Arkham Asylum, teasing a future DC or Batman video game, is that you have to consider that this game's not coming out on PC. Okay, so in the fact that it would be on PC, if it were to be, people can hack into the code and do all this crazy stuff. I don't know the specifics of it, but I know people can do it. And you can get into the code and you can essentially, find anything that they added and, whatever. Oh, it looks like there's a variation here. I don't know how it happens, but I know this does happen. And people find weird glitches in games and, changes in variation in code. My point being, people couldn't do that for this game because it's not coming out on PC. Okay, so if it were to be here, I readily concede that we could never find it. So, if you're ever just free roaming in Asylum or City, then just put some explosive gel in random ass spots, and you might find out about the new Batman game that's coming out. And you'll be the first one to know too. And then you can, get 5 million views on a video or whatever, showing it off and giving you a tour of the Damien Wayne Batman game, whatever. I don't know if it's going to happen, but wouldn't you agree it'd be really cool? I do think that would be infinitely cooler than a reveal trailer just on a random-ass Tuesday. They just drop it at 9 a.m. If somebody were to find this, it would break headlines all over, and people would actually, buy Batman Return to Arkham in groves, just in that it's providing something new to the franchise. But in terms of old Easter eggs, I really do hope that all of them are intact, including the Warden Quincy Sharp one in Arkham Asylum. Not as many in Arkham Asylum, but there was a good bit in Arkham City. And I recommend, once again, not looking those up right away and waiting for the game to actually come out, and maybe learning how to do the Easter egg, the initial steps of them, but then experiencing them for yourselves. Like, for example, you can see Killer Croc in Batman Arkham City, one of my favorites in there, and there's also something you can do with triangulating the radio frequency and some numbers and, all sort of cool stuff. And again, I'm not going to spoil them, I suppose, because you can experience them for yourself. And I'm certain that I haven't, experienced all of them, and I hope to do so when it comes out in a little over 2 weeks now. So let me know what you thought about this video and my theory that there is an Easter egg alluding to a future DC Comics or Batman, particularly the Batman video game. I think that would make the most sense. And would they trust that in Virtuous's hands, a studio of over 1,000 employees in China, probably making $2 an hour? Not to be rude, but I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't mean to be derogatory, but I don't know if they would trust them with that. I don't know if they would be, hey, include this. Maybe they only put it in the hands of a few people, and, they all signed big NDAs. We're going to sue for $1 trillion if you... Whatever. I mean, I'm sure they could do it. I don't know if it is going to be in there, but if it will be, we may never find it anyway. So, who knows? But maybe we will. Maybe you will find it. You will find glory, and you will find it. And give it to me first. Let me know first, and so I can upload it. No, I'm just kidding. Once again, I don't know if it's going to come true, but it would be really cool. It would be a really, really cool way to reveal this next Batman game that people are already excited for, but also, sort of hesitant of just because of the details that we have of it thus far. And it would be a great way to build hype for a game that people aren't necessarily, I guess, going insane over quite yet because of some of the details that they don't like yet about Damien Wayne leading the game and stuff like that. So, anyway, guys, hope you'll have enjoyed the video and the background free roam gameplay. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and let me know if you're excited for Batman Return to Arkham, which comes out on October 18th. And I heard a little bit later in the EU and on the 21st in Australia or something like that, and that's really lame. I don't know why that's the case. I mean, freaking Rocksteady exists in Europe, okay, so it would only make sense that it would come to them first, but whatever. Okay, hope you guys have enjoyed. My name is Slikk. We'll see you in the next one.